chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And here's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
The score, Panthers 7, Falcons 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Complete to Christian.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Complete.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete.
23 yards, the final tally. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Falcons 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Ryan on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
DJ Moore.
A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards.
Carolina.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
We always talk about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to Bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
A 3-yard pickup.
Play action. Ryan.
7 at the 28-yard line.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking deep for Julio. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a second down and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26, and they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for the Falcons.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Julio Jones.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It's caught. Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you excellence of Julio Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 27, Falcons 21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
At the 26.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Bridgewater now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Panthers 27.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Check 52.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Get that block. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Drop these, drop these. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I got it.
Here's Bridgewater. He finds Roberts, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 44 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
45. Mike 45.
Bridgewater. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, the 40. He's at the 30, 20. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 5. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 50-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy?
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
45, 45, 45, come on, 45. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, 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 check. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, 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 check it out, read.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this one is right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
Water on the keeper.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.